This is Professor MoneyPigTrading. Today is June 20th, 2021. We're going to talk about a topic a lot of retail traders don't like to hear. It's small caps, IWM, AMC, GME, and other meme stocks are highly likely to pull back next week before potential squeezing higher. I know there's a lot of YouTubers, other gurus on Twitter, and any other social media are calling it incredibly high AMC GME meme stock targets. And the higher they call, the more viewers they got, right? Here, I feel obligated to tell you the truth. This is how the market works. I'm not saying they cannot squeeze higher. Just highly likely this coming week, June 18 to June 24, it's going to pull back down. And this is how the market works, and we're going to explain why. Feel free to reach us out. We have a strong Discord community at www.moneypigtrading.com. Feel free to reach out on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at MoneyPigTrading for questions, comments, or feedbacks. This week, if you're trading meme stocks, small caps, there are only two events probably matter the most to you. So on Tuesday, June 22nd, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Fed Chief Powell is going to testify again. He's probably going to say the same thing. Inflation is coming back down, even though it's kind of high because the market will adjust itself. You see a lot of commodity price start to pull back down, right? Crude oil, soil, steel, copper, etc. And because the job market still hasn't coming back to normal, he said he will continue to pump the market, and he's doing that. He said this week, Federal Reserve will continue to inject liquidity $80 billion per month to support the market until the the unemployment rate dropped to the normal, about 2 to 3% range. And the other key event you probably matter the most for you is June 25th, Friday, Russell 2000 actually going to finally finish rebalancing after the whole this whole month of rebalancing. And because of this rebalancing, it's causing a lot of choppiness in the past few weeks and this coming week as well. And that's why not only Russell 2000, a lot of hedge funds, a lot of mutual funds, family funds, etc., ETF, they need to rebalancing for this quarter end as well. And that's why during the rebalancing, usually they have to sell a bunch of positions and buy a bunch of new other positions. That just causes a lot of choppiness, very volatile market. And that's why usually this following week, small cap is usually going down and going sideways in July. And this is the numbers that I'm going to quote you. In the past 14 out of the 15 years, the small cap ETF, the biggest one, IWM, actually goes down on average of 1.94% between June 18 to June 24. That's almost 100% of the seasonality because of what I just mentioned, because this is how the market works. So if you're holding those AMC GME in the long-term stocks, you're probably fine. They're probably going to drop to 3% this week at some point and probably bounce back a little bit. But if you're trading using gamma squeeze, using the call options, naked call option, especially expire this next 1 or 2 weeks, you might have to be careful because when doing this drop, doing the volatility, right, your option is going to lose value very, very quickly. So I just feel obligated not to give unrealistic target on this meme stocks, but just to warn you, this is how the market works, and very likely they're going to pull back this week. Coming week, but I'm not saying they are not going to squeeze higher, and I'm going to explain later when possibly they're going to squeeze higher. And this week, our AI model suggests our IWM small cap ETF is possibly going to touch down to 212 to 210 target. 210 is the EMA support, 212 is the range low. So most likely it will get a support around this level, and we'll see what happens. And usually July is a typical big cap month, and small cap usually goes sideways in July, August. It's because a lot of big cap like FANG, those tech companies, they have a lot of earnings coming up. And usually the funds will start buying, the money will flow into those big caps. And usually this coming week, we'll get ready for a lot of big cap momentum swing trading setup. And get ready for another amazing July. And because of our awesome technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and our AI model, we're able to capture this Amazon trade, which is a big cap. We're getting the Amazon calls when it was at 3,200 because we know it's getting ready. And Amazon didn't disappoint us, moved 300 points to 3,500 at one point and make us a pretty decent trade. Like in our Discord community, one day just my TDM trade account, Amazon contract just made me $12,000. And that just one day. And some members make $8,000 in total. And some members just by 3 contracts making $12,000. That's pretty awesome. And very happy for everyone. We also have a small account challenge starting 1,500 in early May. And this is a screenshot earlier this week when this account was traded at 6,000. When the Amazon contract July 16, 3600 call was traded at $30. It ended on this Friday was traded at $50. So this account actually went up quite a bit. Friday close it was traded at 14,500. So almost up 1,000% from where it started in back to May. So we don't usually get this kind of setup often throughout the year. So we think this coming week is a good setup again for July big cap run. So we definitely will focus on big cap. So coming back for the small cap, just to give you more historical context, nobody will argue last year was amazing. The stock market just go up like crazy, and even small cap was going up like crazy, right? But even the same period of time, June 18 to June 24, small cap ETF IWM pulled back for the whole week and on the choppiness and holding the EMA support, and then starting in July, especially late July, started to push back up. So this is not the best time for small cap, to be honest. And a lot of another very popular small cap last year, CZR, casino hotel name. Last year, same time, pulled back about 2%, holding the EMA support, and actually go sideways the whole July and August. A lot of people make a lot of money in Wynn, casino name last year. Same thing, pulled back pretty hard, June 18 to June 24, which is CZR and Wynn are the top biggest valuation stocks in small cap, by the way. And then Wynn sideways whole July and August. So this is not the right seasonality. And there's a lot of people asking about this amazing shipping stock. It's not in Russell 2000, but it's still relatively small with $1.2 billion valuation. It's DAC. Because of the shipping crisis, this DAC actually went up from $5 all the way to $75 earlier a few weeks ago, last week. Right now, pulled back to 72. We think this DAC is going to pull back to 70 to 67 next week, even though it's not in Russell 2000 because relatively small. We think it's going to pull back down as well. If you're interested in owning this stock to get into this crazy shipping demand outweighs supply, and probably going to be another 1 or 2 years. Next week's pullback might be a good chance to add. And the next question I promised to answer is, when will small cap to move again? This year is really tricky. Like in the previous YouTube video, we mentioned the Chinese hot money coming in because the Chinese government now kind of banned crypto, banned commodity trading for retails. So a lot of Chinese hot money started coming to U.S. stock market, and we started to see AMC, a lot of meme stock push up all the time at the same time. And we do notice, and you probably notice as well, a lot of stock, they don't straightforward move out like last year. This year, the money, we have to monitor the money flow with a good fundamental, and those are the stocks actually ended up moving up. So we have to carefully monitor all this money flow and see when they will start to come back to small cap. So happy to make any update if we see any trend coming. Right now, probably for small cap, just have to wait on the sideline for the rest of the June and continue to monitor and see if July, August, or even September later this year, small cap, especially meme stocks, will come back up again. So just want to highlight the long-term investment program 2020. We actually have a really good average return per trade and winning rates. And also we have momentum-based option trading, swing trading program with decent track record, winning rates and average return per trade. If the market is choppy like in February and March, we're still making decent money, and the winning rate is still above 50%. So yeah, if you're interested in our strong Discord community, make sure to check us on www.moneypigtrading.com, and follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.